Things are getting heated, guys, and more leaks are coming out every single day, and that could only mean one thing, and that is that Tesla is almost ready for the full production of the Model 3 Project Highlands, and it's gonna be in your hands in a matter of weeks. If you guys had missed my previous video on the rotational schedule of production happening in Giga Shanghai right now, you guys should go watch that because you know where we are and when the production on full blast is going to happen. As of right now, Tesla Giga Shanghai is pumping out Model 3's current design and Model 3's Project Highland design at the very same time. Matter of fact, there are a handful of Model 3 Project Highlands are getting ready to be delivered to customers as soon as everything is set in stone. Of course, there are a few hurdles like regulations and certifications that they have to go through. All of that was just covered in my last video, so if you guys haven't already seen that, I will drop a link in the description below and up top there. But once the filings for certifications have been complete, the vehicle should practically be ready to be handed off into customers' hands. Now, as for this exciting news here, guys, I am super stoked that every single day we are seeing more and more leaks, and this one being one of the bigger ones. Although I am going to try to keep this video short and simple, let's get into some of the good stuff here with the interiors of this new redesign. Alright, so just to give you guys an idea of how old you are, the Model 3 was announced 7 years ago, so that has been a very long time without any major redesigns. There has been some little minor updates here and there within the exterior and the interior of the vehicle, but nothing is substantial enough that you can pick out if you put a first generation vehicle to the one that you just took delivery last week. A few trim panels and materials have been updated here and there, but you won't be able to notice it if you tried to. So here's the thing, the same happened with the Model S and X, and I believe it was even a longer period than the Model 3s and Ys, and just finally last year they did pump out a refreshed version, a redesigned version of the interior and the exterior. This gave us a lot of hope that the Model 3 and Model Y was gonna get the entire refresh as well, and if anything they were gonna get at least what we already see in these models. And that's what's happening to the Project Highland and Project Juniper designs. It's gonna be updated on the interior and the exterior, and this is all we've been waiting for. But what makes this even more special is it's not simply going to be a copy and paste of the Model S and X, it's going to be on another level. There are gonna be bells and whistles that even the Model S and X is not gonna have from day one. Things that you guys might have seen in my previous videos, and if you guys haven't already seen that, go check it out. It's all about the interior designs and all based off of recent leaks, and some of them being just what my hopes and dreams are. But yeah guys, I think I'm getting overly excited for this because I did sell my Model 3 and Model Y recently, and I'm without a Tesla right now, so I'm waiting to get into one of the refreshes. Now all of that is just wishful thinking, but there is one that I am dying for to see in the new refreshes, and that is proper ambient lighting. So guess what? That is actually going to be happening. It's no longer just a rumor. We are actually seeing it in some of the interior shots. Greeted to us just yesterday, we do have some more very solid evidence now that they are adding in LED strips on the door pockets and the door trims and panels of this new refresh. A Twitter user that goes by Shouty Shushu has recently got his hands on some really amazing leaks. This person here has some insiders within Giga Shanghai that provides him some really awesome leaks. I am sure that the sources are being compensated very well to be able to share these because they put their jobs on the line. Because obviously this is against company rules, they have to do it in a very discreet way. However, just recently the sources has reached out to this user letting him know that they are no longer going to be sharing it and that all the leaks that have been recently shared to be taken down. This probably means that something bad has happened on the production line and we're gonna have to stop right here. So this means very likely we're not going to be seeing any additional leaks coming out from this user. But before anything is taken down, I want to make sure to share all the information with you guys as soon as possible. So let's jump straight into it here. The first thing you're going to see is that there is a leaked image of the dashboard. The dashboard here is substantially different than the older design design, you're gonna see that the unusable space is a lot smaller. This gives us a lot more room for the ventilation slots, and that gives us a lot more airflow coming towards us, whereas the narrow slits on the current design might not push out as much. Now, because of this larger opening, you're gonna be able to have some additional trim designs around it. We're not sure exactly what they're going with on the final design, but in the next picture here, you'll notice that the trim piece is completely different. No longer are you going to be seeing the wood dash, and the white trim is also no longer going to be there. These options are likely no longer going to be option, and they are going to streamline into this one design. Now, this trim piece here looks actually really great. I do personally like it. It looks like this perforated gray design that wraps around the vent area. It looks very modern, and maybe my only gripe with it is it might not be user-friendly replaceable. That means that you're going to have to call a Tesla service tech to come out and take out this trim if you want to replace it with something else. Now, if we swing over to the door panels, you're going to notice that it is completely different as well. The first thing you're going to notice compared to the old one here is that it does have an additional speaker. This is very likely a brand new tweeter. In recent leaks, there has been some indications that Tesla is going to be installing a much beefier sound system in the Model 3. This is already on top of how beefy it already is, so I can't imagine how much louder and how much more bass and clarity it can go to. So yeah, we're going to be seeing that additional tweeter there, and maybe some more around the other parts of the panels. Next, you're going to notice that the fabric on the trim panel is going to be completely different. We're moving from Alcantara to more of this fabric design. If you've ever been into a VW ID4, this design or this feel of this fabric looks very identical to that. Now, if you move your way up to the top of the door, you're going to notice that that wraparound trim panel is no longer going to be there. I personally like that design because it wraps from the dashboard all the way to both of the doors. But the removal of this piece makes complete sense with what they're doing because they are trying to streamline and remove as much parts as possible. Now, the replacement to this is going to be the best part because you're going to notice that there are LED strips throughout the doors. This is going to be the last, but the best thing that you're going to notice here, this is going to be working with the ambient light system that they're probably going to integrate into the display. If the car customizer serves us anything, is that this is going to be the best ambient light system ever. It's going to give us a mix of hundreds of thousands of combinations, so we're going to be able to choose whatever color we want and wherever it is in the car. Those were some of the most wanted changes that I personally was looking for, and ambient lighting being way at the top, so you know how excited I am for this. I hope there are a lot of you guys out there that do want some color within your vehicles. I know there are a lot of people out there that just want the most sleek and modern feel with all the gimmicky colors, but you guys can always just turn that off. It is not bad to have options. But yeah guys, I'm gonna contain myself for now until we get some additional info. I do have some upcoming videos that I want to share with you guys as well regarding some of the leaks of this Model 3 Project Highland as well as Project Juniper. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button, that bell notification if you guys haven't done so already. At the same time, if you have a moment, go on to Twitter or x.com and follow me at HeyJohnE. This is where I'll be sharing with you guys some things that aren't shared on YouTube. This should wrap it up for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is John once again. Peace out.